4-0 win into the next round. Must be happy with that.
Yeah, it was a good performance. Obviously Stevie and Dundalk, and I'm sure the fans will be upset with going down to 10 men so early on, but listen, it was a blatant red card. Matty's blindsided Muller, I think it was. He's in on goal, he pulls him down, so not to red. So listen, played a big part in the game. I have to say Dundalk did play really well with 10 men for most of the game then. But no, created chances, finished them, could have scored more, we could have, but deserved win.
How important was it after the red card that we stayed on top? We didn't drop off at all. We seemed to smell blood maybe and get on top early.
Yeah, well, that was the plan from the offset. You can talk about keeping the ball and playing pretty stuff all you want, but we like pressing as well. I like pressing without the ball, winning it back, and I always see pressing as an opportunity to score, and I think a lot of our chances tonight came from pressing. So listen, they stayed on it. I think spells in the second half, I think we could have kept the ball better. But no, listen, I can't fault them, they've been brilliant.
You mentioned the press there, it seemed to come together tonight. We were all over Dundalk, didn't give them a chance to settle into the game at all, really. Colin Robinson was brilliant leading the line. They must be really happy with that level of press.
Yeah, listen, you can organise the press all you want. Sometimes it comes down to actually the tempo you do it with as well, and the intensity. And listen, they were on it. I have to say their pressing every week is excellent, but it really paid off tonight because we got so many chances from it.
David Torre got a start today. He must have been happy with his impact on the game.
I'm so happy for him. DT's had a really difficult 18 months, you'd say. He was out for nearly a year. Bad injury up in the AUL in an under-19s game. Got smashed with a real intent. I remember being at the game with Joey. Real bad injury. But this is why we've had him around the first team for so long, seeing that performance tonight. So yeah, he's back with a bang. That was a proper performance in a difficult game, a difficult place to come and play.
Paul Robinson was really good. He was influential in a lot of the good stuff we did. Popped up with his goal as well. Happy with his input into the game? Absolutely,
yeah. Listen, he's had so many more appearances and minutes already this season than he had last season. He's a real goal threat. You could argue he's probably our best finisher at the club. He's proper speed, 6'2", 6'3", big boy, strength. Probably doesn't use it all enough. He knows that I'm always on him. But no, listen, a good performance. Pleased for him to get in the score sheet as well. And obviously Bemi, young boy coming in, has done really well with me. He was in part of my under-17s team a few years ago, so I know him inside out. Absolutely over the moon for him, and Evan obviously getting his first goal for the club, so a nice night.
It must have been nice the way the game panned out, that you were able to give Sean Cummins minutes as well, Lewis Temple, as you mentioned, Bemi. It must be nice to see those players coming through and give them an opportunity to get minutes.
Absolutely, yeah, as did Stevie, I guess, but no, that was always the plan anyway, to take Jack Matty off Griff. He was coming back from a long enough injury with his calf, so we were always going to make changes. We probably just made them a bit earlier than we were going to, so pleased to get the young boys on, because everything is built here on going forward, I think, anyway, the academy and getting players through from the academy. So I'm glad they came on and did well tonight.
Shane Griffin was outstanding last week down in Cork, really good tonight, popped up with some really important blocks, really good on the ball. How important is Shane going to be going forward to have him fit?
Oh, listen, he's massive. It's why I gave him the vice captaincy a year ago. He's a silent warrior, I guess you could call him. He doesn't speak a lot. That's why I'm always, on him to. He speaks, people listen. He's a big presence in the dressing room, so I want him to be louder and dictate more. But no, listen, he was excellent, and he's a big plus coming back, because he's a big player in the league, big player in our squad. He's won a lot in League of Ireland football, so I'm happy he's back. And listen, it's great getting through tonight, but probably the biggest plus is that everyone's come through it and there's no injuries.
There's always a lot of chat around the Leinster Senior Cup. Different teams seem to take it at different levels of seriousness at different times. How much do you enjoy it, like having a game like this? It was probably nice it fell on a Friday, it wasn't stuck in midweek somewhere, but is it nice to get an extra cup like this where you can maybe rotate a little bit?
Yeah, it's good for the guys, Stephen, to get minutes, I guess. I would have had a bounce game today anyway, just to keep the lads ticking over, getting ready for Derry next week. But if it fell 3-4 weeks ago when it was supposed to, February the 7th, I think, a Tuesday, 7:45, we were all ready, just to be precise. So it was a fixed date, believe you me. But I still would have played all our first team guys in that. I know a lot of teams play their 19s, etc, but listen, I've lads chomping at the bit, lads that haven't played an awful lot of football, the likes of Brian McManus, even Griff, Andy Quinn, probably feel disappointed with their minutes. So regardless whether it was a Tuesday, again on February the 7th, when the game was supposed to be played, or tonight, we were going to play a strong team.
Going into the next round, obviously we play Wexford at home. If that game is fixed for midweek, does that change our approach at all?
No, again, it'll be a chance to give guys minutes that maybe haven't played a lot in the league. So no, it'll still be a competitive fixture to me. There's silverware at stake. I'm still unsure, the Leinster Senior League, what it means to people. To me, it's just a cup, and of course we want to win it. I know I was critical of the Leinster Senior League committee, etc. last week. I thought I'd have every right to be, but listen, I don't want to tar everyone with the same brush. There's some great people in there, I know that, one of them being Tony Martin. He's out in the AUL, he's the president of the Leinster Senior League, and he's a great football man, so he was probably felt let down as well by the committee making the decisions. But no, we'll have a competitive team out again against Wexford.
The big games keep coming. Obviously Derry next week at home, it's live on RTE. It's an interesting game. So it's the first time we've met since the cup final. Does the cup final have any impact on the game Friday? Will it be used in the dressing room?
Not for me. I think the one plus that every game this season we've played with a real edge. So like I've said many times to Darren before, and yourself, Stephen, you should be motivated and ready to play on a Friday night. So yeah, listen, the cup final, did we put in our best performance? No. Lads can be really disappointed. That might be their individual motivation, but it won't really be mentioned by myself. Said they should be up and ready for it. What a beautiful game. Derry under the lights, Tolka Park, live on TV. For me, November the 13th was it? It was long gone.
Thanks, Damien.
Cheers, Stephen.